Hello everyone. So this is animal kingdom and the phylum that we will be covering is phylum Chordata. So as you can see, the phylum Chordata, it is having two groups, group 1 and group 2. Group 1, it will cover Acrinata or Protochordata. Proto means primitive. A means Acrinata. Cranium is the brain box and A means they don't have a brain box. So no brain box or cranium. Brain box is also known as cranium. So that is why they're known as proto, because they are coming before the real chordates. This will come under group 1. Under group 2, we will be covering crinata or euchordata. So they will have a proper brain box, and that's why we are calling them as a true chordates. Okay, now this group 1 or the protochordates or the acrinata is again divided into two subphylums. The first subphylum is Urochordata or Tunicata, and the second subphylum is Cephalochordata. From the name itself, you can correlate. Uro means tail, and chordata. Why we are using tail in chordates, that I will tell you later. And cephalochordata, cephalo, it refers with the brain. So why brain, that I will tell you later. Now why? Because we are calling Urochordata as tunicata. Tunicin is a layer which is found in these animals. So before we will discuss about the Urochordata, because the notochord is only present in the larval tail. We are using this word tail here. Tail refers to the uro. So the notochord is not present throughout the body, but the notochord is only restricted to the tail, but only in the larval stage. Okay, that is why they are known as Urochordata. For example, we have Scidia, Scalpa, and Doliolum. Okay, now subphylum Cephalochordata. The name itself, cephalo, means the notochord is extended from the head to the tail throughout the length of the body of the animal. You will find this notochord. Like I told you, what is notochord? Notochord is a soft tube-like, rod-like structure which is solid, and later on that notochord, it forms the vertebral column of the animal. So when the notochord is not present in the animals, we call them as non-chordates. But when this notochord is present, and when this notochord is then uh, converted into the vertebral column, we call them as vertebrata. So when notochord is present, we are calling them as the chordates. That's okay. And vertebrata, when the notochord is replaced by the vertebral column, we are calling them as vertebrata. So this is the group 2. Under crinata, we will study the subphylum, which is vertebrata, where the notochord is replaced by the vertebral column. So this is a briefing of the chordata. Now we will be discussing about the general features of chordates. So these are the general features. Like 4 features are very important. Number 1 is the presence of notochord, then the presence of dorsal nerve cord, then the presence of pharyngeal gill slits, and the presence of post-anal tail. Now let's talk about the notochord. It is elastic, inner core of vacuolated cells, and the outer fibrous sheath of the collagen and the elastic fibers. This is the exact structure of the notochord, where it is mentioned that the inner side, it is containing the vacuolated cell, that's why it is a bit flexible, and the outer is the sheath of collagen and the elastin fiber to make it a bit softer. It is solid, it is not hollow from inside like a pipe. No, it is not like a pipe. It is a solid structure, cylindrical. Can be present throughout or during the early embryonic development. Okay, so these are the general features of the notochord. Now dorsal nerve cord differentiate into brain and spinal cord. Dorsal notochord is the particular cord which is differentiating the brain and the spinal cord, because later on, when there will be development, then this particular cord will be modified into brain and the spinal cord. Okay, then the presence, it is present above the notochord. It is found on the top of the notochord, which is actually forming your brain and your spinal cord. So first is the dorsal nerve cord and then comes the notochord. Now, third point is the pharyngeal gill slits. So what they do, they circulate water for respiration. Now in the later stages, when the development will proceed, the respiration part will be done by these pharyngeal gill slits, which will modify into various respiratory structures. In the higher chordates, you will find the higher vertebrates. You will find the presence of lungs. They will get modified into the lungs itself. In the higher chordates, these appear only in the embryonic. So in the higher chordates, these appear only in the embryonic stage. So they will still there, but in the embryonic stage, not in the adult stage, because they will modify into various respiratory structures. Then the post-anal tail. The post-anal tail is there for balancing. Okay. So this is about the briefing of and the important features of this chordata. In the next video, I will be covering about the difference between the the difference between the non-chordates and the chordates, and we will be covering each and every subphylums in detail. So that's it for today in this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.